Hi, welcome to my channel TFTK UI Design. In this video, I'll be showing you how to design this wonderful mobile sign up UI. And I came across it on Twitter. Watch the video to the end while we design it together.
Welcome to TFTQUI Design. Don't forget to subscribe.
So I'm going to walk you through on how to design this wonderful modern sign up UI design that I came across on Twitter, which is currently X. I don't can't record the first person to do this design, but credits to you in case you come across this anytime, any day. So let's head on to it. And the best part of this video is that I will give you a simple step-by-step procedure on how I do it with a detailed explanation on how to go about it. So you can learn with me, and this video will be of a great help to an average UI UX beginner. Well, although we are all learning new things one way or the other, but let's head on to it. Not to make this complicated, this is just the colors I'll be using for this design. I could have gone through in expanding and explaining some certain things, but I don't think that is necessary because I don't want to overwhelm you with lots of complications. So I'm just going to make this video very, very as possible. So this is the colors I'll be using. Then get a frame. For this design, I want to make this an Android design, an Android um, sign up process. I want to make it be in an Android. So I'm going to choose the Android compact. This is this thing I'll be using for it. I will I will rename it as let me call this first page. First page sounds okay. This is the first page. So the next thing is to choose your country. To get that, you just have to select your text to select your text to. I don't know why my laptop is lacking, but once you select your text to, make sure you are on the frame that you are designing on. This is the frame I'm designing on. With my text to, I can type in whatever I want to type. Choose your country. Don't worry, the thing is not too bold now, but we can get to the edit later. Choose your country. Mhm. Let's make it bigger. Let's give it a size of, let me say, 32. This thing, we'll be using pumpkins for this design. Pumpkins, make this, I think semi-bold is okay. Then I just have to zoom this a bit so I can see what we are designing on, what we are designing clearly. Then we shape this. And I forgot something. The first thing we could have done before starting our design is putting um, columns to guide us in positioning our design, but we'll get to that after typing this letter. So I will change the space, as well the space in between here is too much. I will change this to 15. I think 15 is now over. Let me make it 20. I think 20 will be better. 20 is not. Let's do it 30. 30 seems nice. So let's do the columns. As this is supposed to be the first thing we are to do in this design, but it skipped my mind. Let's do the columns. Go to your layer grids, layout guide, add a plus. Select, instead of grid, select column. These columns now will guide us to design our give our design a perfect arrangement and positioning on how to make it look good and more presentable. Let's do a 5 count rule. Margin. Let's do, let me say 40. We just have to explore to get what we want. I think 40 is too much. let's do um, 15. 15 seems nice. Mm-mm. Let's do something like 30. 30 is okay. The gota. Let's do the gota 15. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. This is what our first page looks like. So just for the positioning, that's why we need to see. You can zoom anytime to get the exact um size you want, so you can see what you are designing. You want the space from here to here. Alt alternate key and then hover at the edge. You see the pixel spacing between the edge and your text. Then make it to be 50. I think 50 is okay. 50, maybe 60. Let's do 60. 60 is good. Then the next thing is to is to get this. Oh, I even forgot something. I'm supposed to put this arrow first. So, like I said, the first thing we were supposed to do was to get that arrow that was here in this thing. Let me turn off these columns so we can see what we are designing better. You can always turn on and turn off the columns just to make your design better. To see what just to help you see what you are designing. And for what I did in finding the spacing between this place and making it 60, by holding Alt, I use the arrow key. I can use the arrow key to move it anywhere I want. It will count pixel by pixel. If I move it to my right hand side, you see here is decreasing from 73 to 71. If I move it from my left hand side, this is 32 now. It will decrease from 32 to 30. If I increase it from up, just use your arrow key to resize the way you want. And for the arrow that was supposed to be here, the left-sided arrow that was supposed to be here, let's use our plugins to get that. Although we can just design it, but in terms of when you are doing a bigger design than this, to not make your work more complex or more difficult for you, you can just use plugins to make things easier. So right click on your mouse, search for plugins. The reason why I have my plugins here already is these are the plugins that I have saved. But to search for plugin, just click on manage plugins. So excuse me. So click on plugins, manage plugin. You can search for anything you want. So my icon plugin is photo. What's the name of this thing again? Pose for icon. This icon here. When you click here, it tell you to view details. My own now is ready to run because I've saved it. But you that haven't saved it, you can just click on save. Then when you save it, then you can run it. And once you save this, and then click your plugin. If you click on if you right click and search for plugin, automatically it will just appear on recent. So I will just click on it from here to allow it to load. Excuse me. And then I'll search the icon that I'm looking for. So we are looking for this icon. So once I click it, the icon will appear on my design. If you look here, you see is already inside my page. So I will just move it up above here where I want it to be. Then I will get my columns to help me align these things well. I will turn on my columns again, zoom a bit for clearer version on zoom. I will take this, I'll click on this, take it down, click on this and give it a spacing between this edge. I'll give it a spacing of, let me say, that 50 that I wanted to give initially before I decided to do 60. Let me just give it a spacing of 50. I'll use my down arrow key to move to 50. Then this, I will select this, hold my alternate key, and make this spacing between the arrow and the letter. I will just do, let me say 20. 20 is okay. But you can adjust to whatever way you want to adjust it to make your design look better. But I will do 20. Then I will turn off my color to see my design and see what I'm doing and where I'm heading. Turn off my color. It's beginning to look like what you are aiming for. Then the next thing is to something about choose your country. When you are and generate a dummy text that I can just fill in here. To do that, although I've told you guys, I've shown you guys how to save plugins in your design, in your Figma. Once you save it in a design, the good thing about plugins is that once you save it in a particular design, it is already installed and saved in your Figma as a whole. So even when I'm designing another thing, I can still run that plugin that I have saved already. So right click, go to Ipsum. This is just a dummy text generator. I have it here already because I have saved it. But for you that doesn't have it yet, you can equally search it the same way I did about these first 4 icons. You can search about it and then save it before running it. So I will just click on it, allow it to, let me shift it so I can see what I'm doing so it will not be obstructing my view of my design. Thank you. So I'll get my text too. Once I get my text too, I will draw, use my text to draw this thing that I want to auto generate in this spacing, the amount of spacing and what I want to generate. I will draw I will use my text to draw the space of what I want to accommodate. I don't know if I'm using the right English word. I will make my text to be, let me see, to be 13. Then I will click on automatic generate and see how it goes. You see, automatically generates a dummy text for me. I don't have to type in, just to keep on going.
There was a mistake.
So
Instead of selecting the color for the rectangle, I selected it for the frame. Mike was having a glitch, that's why my voice was off.
Space between the upper this thing and the lower this one.
There was a mistake. Instead of selecting the color for the rectangle, I selected it for the frame. Mike was having a glitch, that's why my voice was off.
Is still the same amount of space. So for us to help ourselves and make our design look much better than this, you have to go here and reduce it to a certain amount that suits us better. Let's do 20. I think 20 is okay, but let's try 15 and see how 15. 15 is too much. But at the same time, 20, let's do 18. I think this is great. And then we size your distance since you don't need that much space again. I want to extend this a bit. Okay, yeah. This this is okay. This is okay. The text, if you check here, you see that
Giving a shadow effect to the rectangle. Mike was glitching, but follow up with what I was doing.
You just click the color 2. When you click the color use this to sample color, to sample this color. Once you sample this color, it's the former color that is there and the original color that was there to this, our design is coming to place. And then hold your alternate key. If you see this ones, when you hold your alternate key, you see the spacing. This is 30. The reason why this spacing is 30 is because of the margin we gave. That is, we gave a margin when we was creating our code, we gave a margin of 30. But if you look here, this is 34, which means this is moving further away from the margin we gave by 4 pixels. So we use our arrow up, down, and left and right arrow key to make it align with others. You see, Figma automatically showed us a red line that these things are aligning together. Then you check the distance. If you remember, from choose your country and the left arrow key, we did a spacing of 20 pixels. Let's do that here too. Let's make it 20, it's 21 now. So one click of top, we make it 20. I think our design is beginning to stand out. So the next thing we need to do is this. This, if we're looking at it, it looks like something that might be difficult, but I kid you not, it is not. Once you listen attentively to this, to what I'm about to show you, and then you can, the best part of YouTube is that you can rewind to redo and check what I'm doing, to pay more attentive and do it till you get it look as good as you want. So the first thing to do is to get a rectangle tool. This is a rectangle tool. To draw this rectangle tool, but then make sure that it is aligning with our column. You don't want to extend the column you gave, and you don't want to step into the margin. So click on this rectangle tool. When you click on it, so I think my laptop is a bit hanging. To run OBS Studio is affecting it more. Yes. Then this, make sure the length is perfect, the width is perfect. Then for the length, I think this is too long. So let's do 70. 70 seems nice. Yeah, 70 is okay. 70 is okay. And we'll give it a radius. Radius of corner radius of, what is corner radius? In case you don't know what corner radius is these edges. We want to curve it, like we want to curve the edges of this rectangle. So we don't want the curves to be too obvious that there's a curve here. So we just want it to be just minimum. So let's do 10. I think 10 is okay. Yes. And then if we check the spacing between these two, you see it's 50. Remember, we are keeping a 20 pixel spacing. Aside from this arrow, it starts up this thing that is 50. The inside from the head, this is like the heading. So these ones we are doing a spacing of 20 pixels. So we use our arrow key to move up till is 20. I think this is okay. Then we choose it, we change the color of this rectangle, but first let's turn off the color so we can see what we are designing. Make the color to be select. we made a mistake. We selected the are we correct? No, I think it's a mistake. Yeah, we made a mistake. So background and change it to use original cover, which is this. This this. You can see how it's too much. It's not too obvious, but yeah, I think this is good. I think one is better than two in a case like this. So let's, yeah, I think this is better. So looking at it now, you know that there is a rectangle here. So the next thing is to get the flag of the country that you are selecting. So we'll be Omo Nigeria, all of us there Nigeria. So obviously we put our country first. Select Nigerian flag. I'm zooming this so I can see what I'm designing. You can zoom out, zoom in, zoom out to see what you're designing to. Select another rectangle that you fix in your flag, country flag. Make it to the center line. Make this, hold the alternate and hold the edge. Once you hold an alternate and an edge of something, you show you the spacing between the two of them, the pixel spacing between the two of them. So I want this to just be 10 because they are roughly the same thing. And the width of this, I just want it to be, let me say, 70. I think 70 is okay. Yeah, 70 is okay. Make sure it's in the center to hold alternate. You see, 15, 15, 10. You don't need to mind this. So this is where our flag will be. We get to inputting the flag later. But first, let's type the name of the country that is holding this flag. And the name of the country is Nigeria, our country. Select your text to click edit. I want this to be 15. Let's do 15. Type Nigeria. Nigeria. I think this Nigeria that I typed is too much. Well, just adjust it doesn't have to be exactly the way I'm doing mine. You can adjust it to be the way you want yours to be. But I think the Nigeria is too big, but we'll just leave it like that. So it is, no, let's reduce it. Let's make it, or instead of reducing the pixel, let's do 14 and then change this from semi-bold to medium. I think medium is okay. And make the spacing between this Nigeria and where the flag is supposed to be. I want it to be 10. Let's do the flag. To do this flag, there are different ways to insert a flag in a shape or in anywhere in Figma. The common one is importing picture from your computer, which is when you select color, you select on the color of the rectangle, you can insert image, you can insert video, you can insert pattern, you can do gradient, If you want to insert image, you click on image, upload from my computer. You click upload from my computer. Once you click upload from my computer, you then search for the image that you want to import. But you don't have to go through this process. If you are designing inside Figma and we are doing a lot of work in a situation where you are doing too much work, you don't have to go through all this. You just have to do things a little bit faster. So the easiest way and the best way to do this is through the help of a plugin. For the fact that I selected image, so the thing is automatically an image, but I have to go back to color. For the so the easiest and best way to do this is to import image to this with a plugin. Select your plugin. Unsplash. Unsplash is a picture website. It's a platform that provides picture for people. You can look it up on Google or anywhere. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. So we can just, for now, we can just use the free ones. But the good part about using plugin inside Figma is that even the paid ones, you can actually insert it into your design without paying anything, without having to pay. But it's only run inside your design. You cannot save it directly to your computer or laptop. So select Unsplash. It's loading. Once they ask Unsplash loads, search for Nigeria, or let me say Nigerian flag. When you search for Nigerian flag, it will show you different picture of Nigerian flag. And just like I said, some of these picture you have to pay before you use them. Some of them you can just use the lock icon. These ones are not free, but the ones that have no lock on it, those ones are free. You can even download it to your computer. So I think this one is more presentable in a case like this. So you just have to click it. Once you click it, automatically it goes into your Figma and into the selected shape you want to insert the picture. Then you can cancel this. This is it. Nigeria. You see, our design is standing out. So the next thing to do is show a selection sign that, yeah, I'm selecting Nigeria. And if you check on this design, you see the way this one is standing out, that out of all these other countries here, this person is selecting Nigeria. So to do that, get your ellipse tool, the eclipse tool, waiting ellipse tool, zoom so you can see what you are doing. Draw a circle. So for this, I want to make it a size of 40 by 40. 40 by 40. Remember, if you feel like you're not getting what I'm doing, go back, do it, and forward it, and go front again. Like rewind and rewind till you get what I'm doing, and make sure you are trying your possible best to duplicate this ellipse of, or let me just leave it this color. Let me leave it this color. When I click on copy, I can also click on paste to duplicate it. But the easy way to duplicate, Ctrl Z to go back. The easy way to duplicate is to just use Ctrl D on your keyboard. When you use Ctrl D, automatically this thing is duplicating already. You cannot see because it's the same color. So I want to change one color. I want to change it's duplicated now, but it's laying on top the first one. Duplicate is laying on top the original one. So I want to change the color of the duplicate to something like red. So you can see that there are two different shades there. and then we size it to be 30 by 30. Now you can see that this is a different color. I want to center it in the middle of that old circle. But this color, I don't want it to be red. As you can see, we already mapped out the colors that we'll be using for our design. I want to change this red color to this blue. This is the color code. Maybe I'm going too fast in selecting the color. Remember, you can pause and write down the color codes here to make your design easy. Then counts. If I zoom, let me zoom. If I zoom, you see that this one, the two ellipse two that is there, the duplicate one is blue color and the original one is gray. But this original one, I don't want it to have a fill inside. I just want it to be a stroke. So I will just select on that one. Now I'm selecting on the first ellipse that we drew. I'm selecting on it and I want to remove the fill and just give it a stroke. So I'll remove the fill. It's still there, automatically it will disappear, but it's still there, but you cannot see it. Based on, because it doesn't have a fill, it looks like it's not there, but it's there. When you hover, you can still select it. And it looks like it's not there. Okay, it's still there. You see, ellipse number 1 is still there. So instead of giving it a fill, let me give it a stroke. And then I want the stroke to have the same color with the second ellipse tool that we did. So I will just use sample color tool and select this. Now you see, it's now indicating that I selected Nigeria. You see, we are done with this one already. So the next thing to do is group this thing now, this first selection of a country, group it. You can select the items here, holding your control key on your keyboard to select them, all this thing. But another and easier way is to just inside your Figma, hold your key mouse and select and hover everything that you want to select and just Control G. When you Control G, if you look here, it's in group 12. The reason why it's in group 12 is because I have a group here that is named 11. So Figma is programmed in a way that it can number groups one after the other. So for the fact that I have group 11 here, this one automatically is group 12. They are assuming that I already have 11 groups and they don't want to confuse me. So that's why this is the group 12. So this is standing out. Let's duplicate this and get other. You look here, we have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries, and we already created one. We need to do the rest. So instead of going through this process of getting a rectangle, giving radius and all that, you just have to duplicate this. If you use Control D, it will duplicate, but it will be on top the original element that is there. But if you hold your alternate key, hold your left click on your mouse and drag the duplicate, you will be duplicating something. Let me start afresh. Let me remove the first duplicate I did and do this alternate duplicate. Hold your alternate key, hold your left click on your mouse and drag down or up. This way, you are just duplicating something, just like when there's removing something out of your body, but you are still there, but something is going out of your body, a duplicate of you is going out, something like that. So that is the easy way to duplicate and position at the same time. So I've duplicated this. let's use Ghana. What is Ghana people serve? We do Ghana. Since you are not selecting Ghana, since you are selecting Nigeria, you have to change this to indicate that you are not selecting this country. So what we have to do is just take out this second ellipse tool that is inside this, delete it, click your delete key to delete it, and then this stroke ellipse tool, you select on it, and then make the stroke to be like 2 to show some boldness that something is there, and then change the color. Change the color to click on color, where your sample color to, and select this color. Now it's showing that this one is not selected, it's just empty. So we have to change it. We are not sharing the same flag with Ghana. So we just have to change the color of this flag. So what we do is click on the flag, right click, go to our plugins, search Unsplash, click on Unsplash, allow it to load. I think network is disturbing. Search Ghana, excuse me, Ghana flag. This one is standing out. Select on Ghana flag. Okay, sorry, instead of me to select this, instead of me to select this, I selected the parent rectangle. Sorry about that. So Control Z to take you back. Then let me select this again. Right click, search on plugins. So search on plugins, Unsplash. Search Ghana. Select on. You see Ghana flag is due already. So Ghana is standing out. So just with this process that I used in doing these two, you can use it and do the rest of the other countries. So let me quickly do these other countries, so not to waste much of our time. So I've quickly done the rest of the country. I did Canada, United States, United Kingdom, and Brazil. This is supposed to be 7 countries, but I think based on our alignment, we gave too much spacing. So that's why I think adding an extra country will not be okay, because it will not give space to give the continue button, which is when you look at this thing, this design, there's a continue button that will take you to the next page, which is this one. That space. So to make sure you're selecting your frame, then you turn on your grid. Scroll down, turn on your column. When you turn on your column, you check the alignment. You see these things, I think is aligned perfectly. But let's get a rectangle too. This rectangle too is for the bottom. So get a rectangle too. Draw your rectangle. Make sure it's starting and ending inside this and not extending to the margin. give it a height of, let me say, 50. I think 50 is okay. Give it a spacing between these places. I think this, we have to give this down one a spacing of, this down, we have to give a spacing of 50 pixels. And then this up is 49. Wow, it's okay like this. Let's say it's 50 and 49. This is 30, 30. Perfect. Then this, let's turn off our code. Select the page. Turn off your code. Select the rectangle that we are designing on now. Give it a radius. Remember, we gave this one a radius of 10 because we don't want the radius to be too obvious. But yeah, we want it to be too obvious that there is a radius here. I want to give this 100 radius. So I want to curve to it and curve no more. And then I want to change the color to this. So I'll choose the color. Yeah. Select sample color. And go to my color palette and select on this color. So yeah. The next thing is to add a text to it. I want to add a text to this. Get your text to, click on the rectangle. I want my text to be, let me see, 18 pixels. 18 pixels sound like 18, but that's it. Yeah. But I want this continue to be bold to stand out because this is taking us to another. We change it from medium to semi-bold so it can look more. And then I'll center it on the button rectangle. There are different ways to create button, but this is just a simple way of creating button that is not too complicated or difficult to understand. So this is position. Then I'll select the button and the rectangle and group it. Control G. Then I can rename it from group 18 to button. Renaming your layers will really help you a lot. Like these groups now, I'm supposed to, if I'm supposed to name them to name of the countries that they are bearing to make it easier for me to, when I look at my layer, I will know that this group 17, instead of seeing group 17, I'll see the name of the country that is presented, so it can be easier for me to understand. So we are done with this design. Then the next thing to do is to head on to the next one. So let's quickly do that. The initial plan was to design this page, and then these other pages was the initial plan was to design these three pages, but I just checked now, and this video, designing this one already has taken more than 40 minutes, and I think that's a lot of time. So if I'm to do the three of the pages, if I'm to add this other two, that means this video might take up to might take will take more than 1 hour, if not close to 2 hours. So I think that's a lot of time. So the thing there is that I will design only this one. I will design only this for now and post. Then in the comment section, if you want me to complete the other remaining videos, then I will do that. But for now, let's just do this. Then tell me what you think in the comment section, and I will do the other two. Because I think this second and third page now look simpler compared to the first page. So tell me what you think, and I will do that. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's what keeps me going to this. So Thank you. I'll see you next time. See you next on the next video. And don't forget to tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. See you all.